Once, two heroes ruled the world of video games. One was Mario, the red-hatted plumber, Nintendo's friendly face. He jumped on turtles, saved princesses, and became a household name. His adventures were colourful, whimsical, and family-friendly. Then came Sonic, the blue, spiky hedgehog from SEGA. Sonic was fast, cool, and rebellious, everything Mario wasn't. SEGA positioned Sonic as the anti-Mario, a symbol of the new, exciting 90s. The rivalry wasn't just in games, it was on playgrounds and store shelves. You were either Team Mario or Team Sonic, never both. SEGA's marketing was bold. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Sonic was the challenger, Mario the reigning king. For years, the idea of Mario and Sonic sharing a game was unthinkable. They were rivals, separated by corporate walls and fierce competition. Fans debated endlessly. Who was faster? Who was better? But no one expected to see them together. Their rivalry defined a generation of gaming. Mario and Sonic were more than characters. They were icons of their companies. The console war was real, and the stakes were high. Each represented a different vision of what games could be. The idea of them teaming up was pure fantasy. Yet, the seeds of something bigger were quietly being planted. The world was about to change, and so was their story. Time passed, and the console wars faded. SEGA stopped making consoles, shifting to game development, even for Nintendo. The old rivalry softened, and a new idea emerged. What if Mario and Sonic could finally meet? The perfect stage appeared, the Olympic Games, a symbol of friendly competition. Instead of fighting, Mario and Sonic could compete for gold. SEGA had the license for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. They could have made a Sonic-only game, but Yuji Naka, Sonic's creator, dreamed bigger. He proposed a crossover to Nintendo. To everyone's shock, Nintendo agreed. Shigeru Miyamoto gave his blessing. The announcement stunned the gaming world, Mario and Sonic together at last. For the first time, fans could play as both icons. Who was faster in the 100-meter dash? Who excelled at archery? The game, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, was more than a title. It was a historic event. It let players settle old debates in a new, friendly arena. The crossover was a dream come true for fans. It was a celebration, not a battle. The industry watched as two legends joined forces. The impossible had become reality. The Olympic Games became the perfect setting for their rivalry to evolve. Mario and Sonic were no longer just competitors, they were now teammates. The world of gaming would never be the same. The stage was set for a new era. SEGA and Nintendo, once rivals, now partners. Teams collaborated, but Nintendo had one rule. In every image, Mario's foot had to be ahead of Sonic's. It was a subtle message. Mario still led, Sonic followed. The partnership was real, but so was the pecking order. The game would soon show the world what this alliance could do. SEGA faced a choice: argue over the foot rule or focus on the bigger picture. Making Sonic appear behind Mario stung, but the collaboration was too important to risk. The opportunity to join Mario was a massive win for SEGA. It meant new fans, millions of sales, and a fresh start. So, SEGA agreed. Artists meticulously adjusted every image, Mario's foot always ahead. It was a surreal task, but a necessary one. The act of redrawing was more than editing. It was acceptance of a new reality. SEGA was no longer the challenger, but a partner. Nintendo set the terms, and SEGA respected them. The foot rule became a gesture of goodwill, a small price for a historic team-up. The collaboration was bigger than pride. Both companies understood the stakes. The rivalry had evolved into respect. The finish line had been redrawn. Not just in art, but in the industry itself. Mario and Sonic were now running the same race. And together, they were about to make history. Why did Nintendo care about Mario's foot? Because Mario was more than a mascot. He was Nintendo's foundation. He saved the industry after the crash of the 80s and symbolized quality and trust. Sonic was created to challenge that legacy, to be the new number one. The console war was a battle for the top spot. When the two finally met, Nintendo needed to send a message. Mario was still the main event. The foot rule was a subtle power move, maintaining Mario's status. It was about brand management, not disrespect. In every image, Mario led the way into this new era. The rivalry was over, but the hierarchy remained. This tiny detail became gaming lore, a symbol of Mario's enduring legacy. It showed Nintendo's careful control over its brand. Even in partnership, old instincts lingered. One step ahead, always. The foot rule was just one of many negotiations. Merging two franchises meant balancing characters, abilities, and art styles. Mario's world was bright and round, Sonic's was edgy and cool. Artists blended both, creating a new look for the Olympic series. Character selection was another challenge. Each company wanted their stars represented. The roster was carefully balanced, allowing for dream matchups. Compromise was key. SEGA accepted the foot rule. Nintendo shared their top character. Both sides gave a little to create something bigger. The result was a masterclass in collaboration. The game proved even fierce rivals could work together. The partnership was built on respect and shared excitement. The rewards were massive for both. The Olympic Games became a symbol of what was possible. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games was a smash hit, selling over 10 million copies. The Wii's motion controls made it a family favorite. The series became a tradition, with new games for every Olympics. Dream events added creative, over-the-top fun. The games weren't about critical acclaim, they were about spectacle and joy. Fans loved seeing their heroes compete and interact. The rivalry became friendly, the competition playful. The series sold millions, proving the crossover's lasting appeal. Mario and Sonic became partners, not just rivals. They appeared together in other games, but the Olympics were special. The series taught sportsmanship and friendship. It was a positive message, wrapped in fun. A legacy was born. The success of Mario and Sonic sparked wild crossover dreams. Developers imagined a massive RPG adventure, uniting Mario, Sonic, and even Link from Zelda. They dreamed of adding Goku from Dragon Ball 2. The idea was thrilling, 4 icons in one game. But reality set in. Too many brands, too many approvals. Balancing such different heroes was impossible. The RPG never happened, and the series stuck to the Olympics. The simple formula worked. The what-if remains a fun piece of gaming lore. Sometimes, even the wildest dreams are too big for one game. But the Olympic crossover proved the impossible was possible. The last game, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, was a fitting tribute. After that, the series went quiet, no new games announced. Maybe the formula ran its course or the industry moved on. But the legacy remains. Mario and Sonic are now partners in the minds of a generation. The old console war is history. Their Olympic Games showed rivals can become collaborators. The partnership opened doors for other crossovers. It began with rivalry, led to compromise, and ended in friendship. The story is about more than games. It's about sportsmanship and respect. Even if they never share the Olympic stage again, their team-up is unforgettable. They proved that even the fiercest rivals can create something golden. And that's a victory worth celebrating.